October 9th, 2024, Hurricane Milton, a Category 3 storm, slammed into Florida's Gulf Coast. It brought high winds, torrential rain, and a storm surge that swallowed homes and businesses. Howling winds ripped through communities, tearing down power lines. Relentless rain overwhelmed drainage systems, turning streets into rivers. The storm surge pushed inland, leaving a trail of destruction. The impact was immediate and devastating. Millions were plunged into darkness as the power grid buckled. Emergency responders struggled to reach those in need. Hurricane Milton began its journey as a tropical depression off the coast of Africa, slowly gaining strength as it moved westward across the Atlantic Ocean. By the time it reached the Caribbean Sea, it had developed into a tropical storm, and its potential for destruction was becoming increasingly clear. The storm continued to intensify, fueled by the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and by October 7th, it had become a Category 3 hurricane with sustained winds of over 111 miles per hour. The National Hurricane Center issued dire warnings as Milton churned towards the Florida coast, predicting a life-threatening storm surge, catastrophic winds, and widespread flooding. Evacuation orders were issued for millions of residents in low-lying coastal areas, but many chose to ride out the storm, either unable or unwilling to leave their homes. Milton made landfall just south of Tampa Bay on the afternoon of October 9th, its powerful winds and torrential rain lashing the coastline. The storm surge, estimated at 8 to 12 feet, inundated coastal communities, flooding homes and businesses and sweeping away vehicles. The storm then moved slowly northeastward across the state, its fury gradually diminishing, but not before leaving a path of destruction in its wake. Millions of people were left without power as Milton's winds toppled power lines and damaged critical infrastructure. Roads were rendered impassable by downed trees, floodwaters, and debris, hampering rescue and recovery efforts. The storm's impact was felt far and wide, from the coastal communities that bore the brunt of its fury to inland areas that experienced widespread flooding and wind damage.
In St. Johns County, south of Jacksonville, roads remain impassable due to fallen trees, some ripped from the earth, roots and all. Emergency crews are working tirelessly to clear the debris and restore access to these areas, but it is a slow and arduous process.
Clay County, just southwest of Jacksonville, faces a different challenge. Thousands of residents are without power, their homes plunged into darkness. The lack of electricity has crippled essential services, leaving residents without air conditioning, refrigeration, or even light in the aftermath of the storm.
Further south in St. Petersburg, the iconic skyline is scarred by the storm's passage. Construction cranes, once symbols of the city's growth, now lie twisted and broken, testaments to Milton's raw power. Buildings, both old and new, bear the marks of the storm's fury, with windows blown out, roofs torn off, and walls collapsed.
It was like nothing I've ever seen before. The roads were completely blocked. We couldn't get out, and emergency services couldn't get in.
We lost power for days. It was scary, especially with the kids. We had to find ways to keep warm and stay safe.
The cranes just toppled over, crashing into buildings. It was terrifying. I've never felt so helpless.
The community came together in ways I never imagined. We worked tirelessly to rescue those trapped and provide immediate aid. The first few days were all about survival, but now it's about rebuilding. The community spirit is unbreakable.
We've faced such incredible challenges, but the resilience here is something to behold. People are coming together, helping each other rebuild and recover. It's truly inspiring.